I'm James Heaney, and this is Brief News Brief. Our first story takes place in the woods of Chippewa, New York, where a woman walking through the woods encountered the most rare of species. Now, if you're one of those less than majority Coors Light can cracking, red state voting, Sasquatch spotting voters, then you're probably thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, it's Bigfoot. She saw Bigfoot and James is going to show us a picture. It's not true. No. I understand your confusion, but this is something that's even more rare than that species. This is the one and only single being that has ever been both female and able to win the popular vote of an American presidential election. It's pretty incredible. So Margot is walking through these woods, and I don't know if she's emotional before or afterwards, but nonetheless, when she encounters this Hillary Clinton, she's crying with emotions. She says to her, I spent this morning voting with my daughter Phoebe, and it felt like a privilege. And you know what? The rest of the story just goes right over my head. It was a bunch of people talking about feelings. But what happened afterwards is Clinton walked back into the woods with her mate, hopefully to have more Clintons in the future because they are a very rare species. Now, Margot told me in confidence, don't ask her because she would never admit to speaking to me or even probably knowing me. Margot's crazy. But she said to me that it was inspiring to see them walk away together because in the country right now there are two sides that hate each other. And if the Clintons have been able to fake loving each other for this long, I mean, look at them. They look like they really love each other. If they're able to fake loving each other for their entire lifetimes, can't we fake loving each other for 4 years? I think so. I think Margot has a really good point. This week, President Barack Obama showed the world what a peaceful transfer of power is. That's fantastic. He's doing a great job. He's doing his job. His job is to show Donald Trump what a peaceful transfer of power looks like, because inevitably in 8 years or 4 years, or maybe less, I don't know, it could be less than 4 years, eventually, inevitably, Donald Trump's going to have to pass his power, and he needs to do it as gracefully as Barack Obama has. And then he's going to have to make a concession speech, one that is as classy as the one that Hillary Clinton made on Wednesday, November 9th, 2011. Our 11-9, if you will. Now, that's the thing, is that's her job. She's a public servant. She needs to make that speech. She knew what she was getting into, and that's her job. But you and I, we're American citizens. Our job is to express our freedom of speech. It's the First Amendment. If you don't agree with the way this election turned out or how the elections are held, it's your job to make your voice heard. And there are protests going on all over the country. Most of them are taking place pretty peacefully. But there's rumors that there is some violence happening in some of them, and there are people that are getting unfairly treated by the government while they're exercising their freedom of speech. We have an exclusive interview next week. Can't get too much into it, but I'm excited to share it with you. If you feel that you don't agree with the things that are happening, you need to get out and be heard. Be peaceful. Now, if you don't agree with these things, it's also your American right to watch television and eat potato chips. Don't say anything you don't believe in. But if you feel that you want to be heard, is it your duty or a privilege? It's time to talk about the here, the now, and the future. If you want to make a difference tomorrow and today, there are two places you can sign petitions. One is on change.org. This petition says that on December 19th, the electoral colleges should not vote with their state. Instead, they should vote with the popular vote of the country, Hillary Clinton. That would make her president, president-elect Hillary Clinton. But if you think that's too crazy of a petition to sign, the rules were the rules. We're going to give Trump his win. There's another petition you can sign on moveon.org, and this just says that we will abolish the electoral vote in the future, which means they're gone, which truly brings back one vote, one person. That says that the popular vote of the country is the winner of the president. No electoral colleges, no different sorts of districts drawn out by people with special interests. Now, if neither of those things to you are important, we did some polling and we found out that the Brief News Brief viewers have one thing in common. We agree that LA's pizza is awful. It's terrible. Chicago, New York, those are pretty good. But put next to LA, they would rather other, which is a mystery place. It could be, it could be fourth grade Mrs. Nanner's class pizza. We don't know. They'd rather that than LA pizza, for sure. So there's going to be a petition. In fact, our comment section this week is a petition, right? Actually, I think this week, today, this comment section below me, all right? This comment section is a petition. If you want LA to stop making pizza, you write yay in the comment section. Now, if you think LA should continue making pizza, we have to make this out there just that your voice is heard too. Go ahead and write nay, but you're crazy. Keep in mind, your nay is a yay to LA pizza. It's a little confusing, especially for you if you like LA pizza. A nay is a yay for LA pizza. Brief News Brief's new favorite comment comes in from Chitso Josie. They say, "This is so inspiring. If a living, breathing Cheeto can become president, I can do anything." That's right, Chit. You can do anything. Save perhaps enjoy a slice of Los Angeles pizza, because that's not possible. Our polling data has proven that. You can find all of our polling data at Twitter at Brief News Brief. One of those polls is, what time is it? No, what time is it? Does anybody know what time? Oh, dawn? Orange dawn? It's orange dawn. Another poll we have is, who won the election? Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, Russia, or cable news? Turns out it was cable news. Of course it was cable news. From election to election, we're feeding into their bullshit. Well, you know what? I'm full. I don't want your bait and switch. I can't gobble up that worm any longer. Get it out of my mouth. Okay? You're just a bunch of glorified fortune tellers. I'm not talking about like gypsies. Not talking about, I'm talking about, like 800 number fortune tellers. They're full of shit. But we just keep giving them our attention, and they keep getting their advertising dollars. Well, that's over, because we're taking charge now. Now I'm the media. Now you're the media. And let's keep them honest by getting our voice heard. There's going to be some new polls. We're asking questions to you. Some of the questions that you can answer on Twitter this week are, is it your duty or is it your privilege to protest? Secondly, ranch, chocolate, or hot sauce? Which is the supreme sauce? And finally, did I say duty? What did I say duty? How many times did I say duty? Did I say duty? Wake up, sheeple.